Welcome back, terrestrials. As Christmas approaches, we wanted to do a Christmas movie. I think initially we set out to do Gremlins, but Gremlins can technically be done at any time because though it's a Christmas movie, it's also just an all year long movie.
Right.
Um, so we wanted to dial down on an actual Christmas movie. And what better Christmas movie than Ernest Saves Christmas?
Oh,
I mean,
nice.
it's I, if you're of the age range of us, then this movie was a yearly Christmas watch.
Right.
For me, it was. I believe it was for you. Um,
Mm-hmm.
all Ernest movies were.
All Ernest
We
movies were.
we
Well,
as
some Ernest movies
well,
are.
hey,
There's a
but
drop off at one point,
hey,
but
man. But like I think Ernest brings AIDS to Africa or something like that.
mm,
I don't think that that's one that was very popular. But as children, we ate these movies up,
right.
and these movies were they were ideal for children because they were silly.
Yeah.
But if you look back at them now, as older, we look at Jim Varney's acting and his
That's
abilities
yeah,
to
that's
play different characters and his silliness, but also his sincereness.
right.
Like throughout this movie, there are moments where he's talking about Christmas and you just believe him. You believe that he's being 100%
Legit, yeah.
genuine. And Santa Claus in this movie calls him like not the brightest bulb kind of thing, but um he's a genuine dude. He's a good dude. He doesn't, you know,
He's an
and
earnest.
yeah, he's earnest.
Yeah.
So uh I'm excited to review this one. It's Christmas. Well,
It's
it's getting
yeah.
close to Christmas time.
Yeah.
Actually it's July.
Yeah,
But
that's what
but
we should release this and stuff.
yeah,
Like,
yeah,
get all excited for Christmas
yeah,
and then like release it like
yeah.
even put like Christmas shit around there, like "Merry
Yeah.
Christmas, everybody," and like release it on like I don't know, fucking Flag Day or something.
Yeah. Um,
Like that's what we're all about here at Video Waste is fucking just weirdness. So.
all right, Jerry, what do you grade this one?
If I had to grade it, it's an A plus.
A plus. Huh?
Um,
Oh, that's
yeah,
good.
it's an A plus, and it's
Yeah.
an A plus because okay, let's get this straight. There's Ernest and there's Jim Varney,
Right.
and Jim is like this master class actor who created a character who became completely famous, with the Disney brand.
Another Pee Wee Elvira style
That's where
character.
I was going from. The
Oh,
difference,
sorry.
like
Not.
Pee Wee and Elvira, my brain was thinking this when I was watching this. It's like, man, how come Pee Wee and Elvira became like so mainstream, but Ernest kind of like, was here. It's like, oh, it's that Ernest. It's Ernest, it's that local, regional,
I mean, I can
southern,
I
you
can
know.
answer that for you.
Is it Disney?
No, it's that Ernest was aimed directly at kids. Like I
Right.
watched Ernest Scared Stupid, Ernest Saves Christmas with my dad.
Yes.
Like he watched them, but it wasn't his jam. He was watching it because I wanted to watch it. Elvira was more of a broad audience because one, she had the sex appeal.
Cult,
So
you know.
yeah, cult status, horror movies, things like that. So it was a wider broadcast and it wasn't aimed at kids.
Right.
Though kids watched it, it wasn't for them. Pee Wee, on the other hand, though aimed sort of at kids, not really. And the weirdness of what was going on made it more stoner adults watching it.
Right.
So when Ernest comes along, he's clean cut. He's not drinking. He's not partying. He's not foul mouth. He's not doing any of these things.
Right.
And he's set in a very normal world. So it is very childish, even though I've heard Jim Varney given flowers for Ernest the character and anything else that he's ever done. Ernest still remains a child character, a
Right.
character for children at heart.
Right.
And that's okay because even now when I'm watching it, when I watch it with my daughter, if I'm watching it alone, I'd like that. I like that
Mhm.
for it. Yeah, he never made the big money doing it, but if you also look at the movies, he wasn't given the opportunity.
Right.
These movies were very low budget, they were silly. They weren't, it wasn't something that, especially at that time, the mainstream would have picked up.
Right.
Nowadays, maybe more so. But I'm going to stop talking and let you try it out.
Well, when I was like, okay, so yeah, you got your Pee Wee and you got your Elvira and then you got your Ernest. I think one thing that really held Ernest back was that Elvira and Pee Wee were created for a stage show for a major, the Second City,
Yeah.
no, yeah, the Groundlings, Second City.
Yeah. I think they were second cities.
Yeah, okay. But Ernest was just created because they needed someone to sell fucking Mellow Yellow and fucking whatever they had in tenant.
Yeah.
That John Cherry guy
Yeah.
was like, we need, and Jim Varney created like the pesky neighbor, you know,
Right.
the Hey Burn, that which became this huge icon in commercials. And as popular as it was, I think if Jim would have been able to do that on stage, like Pee Wee and Elvira, it would have blown up, you know, probably not as big as it did the way that he did it, but more of this weird cult, of the cult of, Ernest, you know, whereas Ernest is always going to be that third wheel side cast, and I
Right.
hate it. Ernest
Well,
is probably the most genuine of them all,
well, for
and
sure, for sure. And he's
and
definitely
you know,
the least problematic of them all.
no, I'm not even
Um,
worried about their like personal,
well, okay.
you know,
But
but
I think though, like one of the things that we have to take into account is right, Pee Wee, Paul Rubin, and Cassandra Peters, both Second City Growlings. I can't, you're right, I can't remember.
can't
They
remember.
were improv stage acts.
Right.
Jim Varney like won awards for dramatic
Oh my God.
stage work. So
The
when you
greatest
bring
thing ever to
that,
see is that.
when you see him take that into these comedies, these silly comedies, that's why I was saying like earlier is like there's moments in here where he's so genuine seeming that it's believable that he thinks that that old man is Santa Claus
Yeah.
because he's such a good actor. And then he embodies Ernest and delivers Ernest so well
Mhm.
that it's incomparable to a Paul Rubin or Cassandra Peters. You have to go for respect out of those two, you have to go, this is apples and oranges, because if they're all apples, then this one stands alone.
Right.
As much as I like Pee Wee and as much as I love Elvira, Jim Varney's Ernest is beyond. Like
Yes. The
it has
acting alone.
layers. Yeah, it has layers. The different characters that he plays, the John Wayne, like, oh, don't worry, darling, you're
That's
okay with that. Like all of these things just
yeah.
it sets him so far ahead that I think the only thing that really ruined his I mean, he was a household name. Like,
Right.
don't get us wrong, in the 90s Ernest was everywhere. So it's not like he's an unsung hero or he
Oh
flew under the
no, no, no.
radar
Yeah.
or anything like that. He just could have been so much more, and I would have loved to have seen
I think we need to
more
just
out
do
of
a
him.
earnest appreciation because we're gonna just sit here and
Well,
suck
that's
Ernest's
kind of
dick,
what this. Well,
and
that's
then
kind of
oh
what
now
this
we need to
is. I
go
mean,
and be like, hey, I really love that part where he's like pressed his face up against the fucking museum and he's like Santa Claus, Santa Claus, fucking trying to look in there.
well,
Fucking, but
I think that
no,
it's
I
okay
just
that we talk about Jim Varney because Jim Varney
oh
is Ernest,
right.
and like that. But that's also what I was saying earlier about like let's not worry about trying to cram it into one because there is a lot to talk about with this.
Bruh.
I mean,
The
not
move,
only is he an
huh?
amazing dramatic actor, he was also like one of the first stand-up comedians at the
Yeah,
store in California. Like it, he he was a huge part of comedy as well. And when it really shines in this one,
yes,
in Ernest Scared Stupid, it shines in that one. But you take that same character and you put him in these two different things and you get two different results.
yeah,
I mean, it's not plug and play, even though those same characters are, his same side characters are put in there and the same impressions. You get two completely different results from these movies because
right.
he's that good. It would be like taking John McClane and putting him in Die Hard and then also putting him in like Saturday Night Fever. But it's not Bruce Willis, it's still John McClane.
Right.
You're taking a completely different setting and putting him into it. One's happy, joyous, one's scared, and he's trying to fight like, demon trolls. So like you're getting two different things with the same character, and
Hmm.
that's where the brilliance really is because you can buy both of them even though you're watching Ernest.
Right. Right.
So
And I think that where you put Ernest in any situation, I think that's what Hollywood tried to do instead of going, no, let's work more with Jim
yeah,
and try to not find a new character, but find like what else can Jim Varney do? That's why I will always say my favorite Jim Varney movie is the Beverly Hillbillies. And I know people are like, oh, that movie, because that's the only movie where Jim is himself. Like he's just
yeah,
like yeah, well, there's no like craziness, there's no well, not craziness, but there's no like over the top for him. He's playing it very straight, very monotone
right.
because of, they got, Jethro, the guy from the Dana Carey
Drew,
show,
Drew
Drew
Carey.
Carey, yeah,
Yep.
show to be that
Yeah.
crazy. Whereas
Yeah.
Jim is just very low down in that movie. And I really like him like that. Like I really like his just like plateau kind of acting in that where it's not like this like he's but he does such a great job in that movie. That's check next
Well,
week when we're going to be
yeah.
doing the Beverly Hillbillies and shit.
Well,
Fucking
I was going to say the Beverly Hillbillies was what, 1993, four.
maybe.
So that was like right at the age where we started like, because growing up, we watched the Beverly Hillbillies because it was on TV.
Yeah,
And,
rerun.
there wasn't a billion things to watch. So sometimes you watch shit that you didn't want to watch. Personally, that was MASH and Beverly Hillbillies and Little House on the Prairie for me.
Right.
Sorry, I know you're a big fan of MASH. I don't
Yeah.
have any hate for it. I just, I should probably watch it now as opposed to then.
Right.
But the Beverly Hillbillies came out and it was like, well, wait, I know that from this, but this don't look like that.
Yeah.
And that girl's tits look great. So I'm gonna watch the shit out of this.
Ellie Mae
So,
Clampett.
yeah, yeah. Um,
Oh my God. But
but
yeah,
yeah,
like if you look at his acting performances, and yeah, going back, like he had a short, um, like TV show, Hey Vern, right?
yeah.
You ever see it?
Yeah.
I used to love that like all the time. Used to watch that. Probably
Hey,
next,
Vern, it's a family album.
yeah, it's yeah. And Hey Vern, it's a family album. That's the one I love, where he plays 26 different characters
Yeah.
all at this fort that's getting like attacked, and he goes through like 26 different characters all by himself, like, and he's putting different hats on, and he's,
Mhm.
ooh, they're coming and stuff. And so I know you boys get hungry after all that carnage and shit. Fucking like, but this is a master actor here who can come up with not only dialogue, but like voices and characters. And the character that he plays, like in this movie, okay, we get the like the pause and fucking what was it, snake handler, I guess,
Oh
fucking
yeah, yeah.
for the
The
horror
snake
movie.
hand. Yeah, you get the snake handler. You get the greasy, like inspector, like lawyer style, like
Yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
But look at those three characters that Jim does in this movie.
Well, you get
They're
the woman too.
Does he play the old lady?
Yeah, he gets the old woman with the neck brace and stuff. The
Oh,
slow
that's right.
talker. Yeah. He
The
made me walk from the airport. Like,
hey,
yeah. Yeah.
the mother, the own like, but like if you look at how he portrays these characters, and like they have their own personality,
Mhm.
and it's just crazy to think like he was able to come. I mean, like the snake handler, I will always say is probably like. I want his story. I want like Jim Varney playing a snake handler that, is this a horror movie where all the paws and snakes and I gave my son a snake, bit him.
You want one for your boy?
Yeah, well, for your boy. They get all knotted up like that here, and he grabs a hose. It's
Yeah.
clearly a hose, but
Yeah. Yeah.
and then he keeps doing that thing where he like they get up in the camera, and the security guard's like,
Yeah. 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 Um, I think one of the other things though, we could talk about Jim Varney and Ernest's character
right.
all night, which we will continue to do, obviously.
Hmm.
But two quick mentions in this movie I think is really important is Douglas Seale, who plays Santa, and Oliver Clark, who plays Joe, the replacement
The
Santa.
placements, yeah.
Um, these dudes in this movie elevate this movie, and it's like they get these actors. Like I'm not familiar with either of them really,
Me
but
either.
um they both play these roles so good. Especially like Oliver Clark, who plays the replacement Santa, very good, very genuine. You believe that he's that nice guy. But I mean, damn, I almost thought Douglas was Santa Claus. Like he looks like what Santa Claus could look like. He doesn't have like the like
Yeah, it's a good
bellowing
portrayal.
laugh, but like very, very good portrayal of Santa Claus. And both of them work in this movie in a way that like when especially when they're sharing the screen, you see Joe's care and concern in what the old man is saying or
Doesn't
Santa
want to
is saying.
yeah,
Yeah,
curse
and
at
then you
kids.
right, and he
Mhm.
also, stands by these morals. So
Santa's
it's
sleigh.
really yeah, yeah. That's what I man, when he said Santa Slay, I was like, you gotta be shitting me. Perfect. I was like, it's so perfect. Jerry ruined it, guys. I just want to let y'all know. We were actually going to come here and talk about Santa's Sleigh, the Goldberg Christmas movie, where Goldberg
We
plays
still
Christmas.
will. It's on the
Um,
list.
yeah, I mean, some of us watched it like we were supposed to, but others
Just
didn't.
had
So
shit to
here
do.
we are. Yeah, it was shit to do. You mean watch Ernest Saves
I'm
Christmas
just gonna
three
start
times?
like recommending
But
movies for you to watch, hoping that you watch
no,
it
no,
and be
no.
like,
We've done this plenty of times.
yeah.
I watched the entire Evil Bong universe and you didn't make it through two of them. So, but
Uh,
yeah, no,
Probably
the
my
the guy
crowning
that
achievement right there.
yeah, yeah, yeah. Won't listen or watch anything that I suggest, but continuously asks me to watch things. And because I'm a good friend, I do. And then he's like, "Yeah, I didn't watch it."
And this is where the
Because
Dennis
that's
Leary
also,
song, "You're an
uh,
asshole" plays and stuff.
yeah.
I'm an
The also,
asshole.
what was the other thing that you did it with? Oh yeah, all the Resident Evil movies. We should do the Resident Evil movies. Okay,
Yeah,
fine. And then
still doing
just
the
nah, I
Resident Evil
didn't.
movies.
But yeah, so back to Ernest Saves Christmas. The side characters, them two specifically, I know, uh, Noelle Parker that plays Harmony, she's good. She's fine. She
I think
does
she
she does
needed
her
to be
job
there.
well. Yeah,
Not the
yeah, yeah.
whole side story with like her stealing Santa's sack and like she's got a bag.
Right.
Not that, but her interaction with Ernest, because Ernest is like the naive child, like brain and
Right,
stuff,
right,
like
right.
Santa Claus coming down in the central heating unit and
Yeah.
oozing through, or like this is the one where he puts his hand on the hot plate and and then he's like, lots of butter. Shit, fucking. But his interaction with her,
Yeah.
and then her also playing along, like playing the governor's niece
Yeah,
and
yeah.
whatnot, like it works perfectly,
Yeah, yeah, for sure.
like give me a movie of just them two, like,
Yeah.
you know, being con people and stuff, or like something devious like that. That'd be great, but
That's one of the things that I thought was like kind of interesting about this movie is because Ernest is so genuine and everything that he does is for the better, for good.
right.
But here he is scamming people. Like he's in the jail pretending to be somebody fraudulent, scamming somebody. Then he's at the movie studio scamming somebody, being somebody fraudulent, but with like no ill will in it
No ill
whatsoever. He's
will.
also at Vern's house, destroying
Oh,
Vern's
love that.
house.
Fucking, we can
Yeah, that
spend,
whole
okay,
thing.
just want to let you know the rest of the fucking talk is going to be us breaking down the fucking Hey Vern house. Okay,
Yeah,
started out with ho ho ho, Merry Christmas, Vern, and he slams the door right in his face. And,
yeah,
fucking.
yeah. Vern do anything for a laugh.
Right.
Like that's not a laugh. He don't want you there.
Yeah.
That's something different.
Party
Uh,
punch. Or like I remember the greatest scene with that camera and that eyefish lens and Ernest just yanking that goddamn
yeah, yeah,
plug out of the
yeah,
wall and just
yeah. Also, it's so funny because like that's not how wires run in your house. So like the fact that it's like ripping at an angle across the entire house, and then he's got it like on the one light, then he's like, I
it's
think
the
it's a
chandelier keeps
120 run into a 240.
yeah.
It's a connect, and then the chandelier going up and down and shit.
Right.
Like it's genius physical comedy that you don't see anymore. And
Yeah.
it's the type of silliness that like for some reason when it like this
Like
is prime Disney comedy. Like
yes.
because this is the type of thing that you would see now on like Zach and Cody, whatever the hell is on Disney
Yeah,
nowadays.
whatever's on Disney
But
now.
this is the kind of thing that you see on Disney and you look at like if your kid's watching it and you go, well, this is cheesy as shit.
Yeah.
Like what this is stupid. But then you look at it here and it's so again, I use the word genuine and it's funny. Maybe that's what our parents saw when they had to watch it with us and they were like, what? The chandelier's going up and down. Come on, man.
I don't know about
Maybe
you, but
that's
my
what they saw,
father
but
lost his shit
I
watching
don't
Ernest,
doubt
so
that. I don't doubt Big Jerry fucking loved Ernest. But yeah, I mean, it just it's like a prime example of Disney style comedy, but it works in a different way.
yeah.
Almost like John Candy style movies, like where like the comedy, the little bits of physical comedy that we get from him are a silly slapstick comedy, but at the
Right.
same time they play in a different way. because of who's delivering it,
Yeah,
I
because
guess.
it takes the strong points of a actor, a character actor.
Right.
It takes the strong points of that and then accentuates them in a movie. Now your thing is to write a movie around a person
Right.
and then hopefully they can do it. Where
Right.
it's like, no, 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 no. Okay, here's your meat and potatoes. It's this actor. What are you going to do with him?
Hmm.
Okay, we're going to send him to camp. We're going to put him in jail. We're going to make him save Christmas. We're going to, I don't know, we just need a Halloween movie. So the guys from Killer Clowns from Outer Space loaned us some of their shit. So let's
Hmm.
make a Halloween movie.
Yeah.
That's all you got to do. That's
Well,
all you got to do.
I think that so there's two things. Well, there's so many things with this
Yeah,
movie.
it's fucking.
Um, but there, so one of the things is like when we talk about like Adam Sandler, when I talk about him and you shit on him, whatever.
No.
Same thing with Judge Apatow. We
Hmm.
talk about them holding down the same crew of people in each movie.
Right.
Maybe one or two. Wes Anderson does the same thing. This is like one of the original versions of it
Right.
because it's all the same characters. Like, the two guys with the reindeer on the roof, like upside down. Like those guys are always in the movie.
Yeah.
He has his little cast of people. This director, John Cherry, has this cast of people that he continuously uses, and he uses Jim Varney because he's so good at acting and character acting. He can
Hmm.
create these characters. It really is like you can see the inspiration for like the Nutty Professor in things like this, where Eddie Murphy writes this movie, or has this movie where he plays all these characters in the movie.
Right.
And like I would love to ask Eddie Murphy, like, hey man, Jim Varney,
Yeah.
like, just like, hey, do you know, right? Or did you ever watch him or whatever? Like, because they're so kin to each other's style. Obviously, Jim coming first because he had the opportunities before Eddie did. But it's just like there's not many people that can do that,
Right.
that can pull that kind of thing off. I think obviously Robert Downey Jr. did it a little bit in Tropic Thunder. He was able to play a couple different characters,
He played one
but
character and no, he played
well,
three
he played,
actually. He
yeah, yeah,
played a dude, and he
yeah.
played a dude playing a dude dressed up as
But he
another
also
dude.
played Laszlo or whatever, whatever that blonde, blue-eyed dude in the preview to
Well, that's the
Tropic
original.
Thunder.
That's the dude.
Right. That's
And
what I'm
then
saying. So he's playing the
that's what I
dude,
mean.
but
Like, yeah,
like,
there's
yeah.
three. But
Um,
yeah, I mean, and that takes so much like talent, and that's really. But going back to, um, you mentioned the character actors, the two Bobby and
yeah, yeah,
I don't know the heavyset one, but
yeah, yeah,
um, I know that they, throughout the movie, except Ernest Scared Stupid is the only time that it changes. Um, but those guys, they're regulars. And then not only that, the two cops,
yeah,
the come in and or animal control,
yeah,
and they come in and the deers are up on the ceiling and stuff, and they're like, "Oh, reindeer. Okay, yeah, you need air traffic
yeah,
control
yeah,
and
yeah,
stuff."
yeah,
Those two are regulars. You can see it.
yeah.
That's the dad from Ernest Scared Stupid,
Mhm.
and I forget what he played. I think the woman plays the judge, and Ernest Goes to Jail. Is there a problem? Are you having a
Yeah,
problem where he breaks the pen and then
yeah,
he smears the paint on the ink all over his face and Ernest Goes to Jail?
yeah,
That's the judge because and then they were in Hey Vern, like so they've been used a lot,
yeah.
like they have a repertoire with each other and
Repertoire,
shit. But
repertoire.
but yeah, I mean like when we go into that, with actors, I would love, like, we just watched the John Candy thing earlier
Mhm.
last month. Like, give
Yeah.
me a Hey Vern documentary that's not, like a 30-minute Hollywood true story thing. Like, show me. I love watching. Like, have you ever seen Jim do Macbeth?
Yeah.
Yeah, I love watching that. Like, he is such a good, like, and he has that repertoire down of the accent and everything. But like, I love watching, like, when he really gets into acting, and like he played what, couple episodes on Roseanne as
Yep.
the sleaze
Hmm.
Eastern European Duke or whatever. And I guess the only other character that he ever portrayed in Hollywood is um that's not an Ernest character would have been um Slinky Dog in Toy Story, right
Yeah.
before he
I mean,
passed away. He got
it's so crazy too, because like I love Toy Story. I love the first one and the second one. I like
right,
all of them, but
right.
that first one really, I really do love it. And um I think that like I knew it was his voice,
Yeah,
and that really made me happy that he was doing something. Like I
right.
know it was towards the end, it wasn't really towards the end of his life. I think it was like what, 98. He died in 2000 or
He
something
died
like
in
that. But like,
2000, yeah.
but I mean, he made those fucking Ernest movies until his death, essentially.
Yeah,
I think Ernest goes in the Ernest in the Army is what, 2000, or no, 1998, I think. So
maybe.
2 years before he's dead, he's still doing them.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, I mean, and then there is a movie. I don't know what it is, but I've seen a clip of it where it's a drama, and like Ernest, oh, well, it's not Ernest, but Jim plays like an Appalachian drunk or whatever, and um like the family's getting together, and like he has like his dramatic scene, and I've seen that, and it's great. And it's just like, yeah, I wish we got that. I wish we got like,
well, if you
er,
want some more Jim Varney,
please lay it
uh
down.
yeah, Three Ninjas, High Noon with Hulk Hogan, he's in that.
Yeah, forgot
I'm
about
just saying,
that.
how bad do you
I
want
mean,
it? I
or
don't,
did I
I don't know
forget
what
about
you,
it?
I mean, you're over here saying you want more, I give you more, and you're like, yeah,
Forget
I'm
about it.
good.
Or did
I'm good,
I
probably.
just kind of like Hulk Hogan with a crew cut? Hulk Hogan with a crew cut.
No, I don't think he was a crew
Yeah,
cut in that. Was he?
yeah, that's the yeah.
I have like 7 copies of that shit on tape
He
too, and I
doesn't
don't
have
ever watch it.
the curtains and shit in
Oh,
that one. He has the crew cut.
oh, well, okay. So
Fucking
there is a biography
is there?
on Jim Varney done by John Cherry, the
Yeah,
writer of the Ernest movies, called Keeper of the Clown. So maybe we'll have to give that
maybe.
a watch and see what's going on. Uh, but yeah, uh,
I keep seeing this John Cherry guy pop up, and because it's John R. Cherry, my brain goes, John C. Riley was in this for some reason because it's Cherry with the C and the R. When Jim Varney was asked the movie rating, G rating, he joked, replying, unusual cruelty to reindeer. Okay, yeah. Why it's not a P, or I mean just a G movie.
yeah,
It's a
yeah,
PG because of unusual cruelty to reindeer.
yeah. I don't. I don't even think that there was any cruelty at all to reindeer, but sure.
No, none at all. I mean, it'd been nice to let them stretch their legs. But yeah, I love. Okay, so we have the bit in this movie, which I have always Helper Elms
Hmm.
and whatnot, and
Yeah.
then the fucking the two. Um,
Yeah.
which I believe are original Munchkin. But Helper Elms, I've always like that's a E, am
Yeah.
E. They just have once more. This is the directing style too of this movie,
Mm.
where they get in close
Yeah.
to the people's faces,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
they're
They
just
make
like,
it uncomfortable.
and it's E. It's just like, look, Bobby, delivery to pick up for Helper Elm.
Yeah. And they start like sideways.
Yeah,
Like the camera's watching them look sideways at it, and they continue to do it instead of
uh,
just pulling the thing off and reading it.
no.
Like they're both sitting there. E M. I think he says V. I think he's like M V. It's an M. It's a V. Which
Either
yeah.
way, I mean, the joke is still like, I
Yeah,
mean,
yeah,
shit,
yeah.
you can put anything there, but like, that in that writing.
Hmm.
Okay, we got we let's do the whole air traffic and the what are they customs like for okay, we'll have customs and then they just have that whole
Yeah,
dialogue.
they
Well,
do
what do they
all the
do?
job.
Yeah,
Yeah, they do all the jobs at the
yeah,
airport. They're everybody.
yeah.
They unload the planes. They're also security because they watch packages all night,
Yeah.
you know. But yeah, I mean the movie is brilliant. It's is a good idea to
Vern is an amazing character. It's
yeah,
us. It's us as the audience,
right.
it's
It's
like
putting us inside the movie as a
right,
character
right. As
because
this
Vern,
motherfucker trashes your house and shit.
right. Well, yeah, it's giving us a chance to see Ernest how people inside the movie see Ernest
Right.
because Vern isn't an actual character. He's just the camera.
He's the
So there's
yes.
no
There's no
Vern.
reaction. Like, oh
Yeah,
my
there's
God,
no
Ernest
face. There's no,
fucking
yeah. He's
pulled up.
literally just our point of view on Ernest.
Right.
Or when they show up to Vern's house in this house, that's our house.
Right.
Ernest just came into our house. And the way that Ernest and Harmony tag team the character of Vern's point of view,
Hey, I
where
picked
she's
up this
like,
girl.
yeah,
Fucking,
yeah. Hey, I picked up
oh
this girl.
God.
Hey, are those bacon
Ernest is
cheeseburgers?
bringing an
Like,
underage girl to
yeah,
my
right.
house.
Yeah, yeah,
No,
yeah.
Ernest, go
No,
away.
Ernest, that's going to be a trap later. They're going to get you like Drake. But yeah, that like just the camera work of both of them hitting this character, this invisible character, and they're in the camera's face, then they're not. They're switch hitting who's
Just
talking. It's just chaos across this whole entire home. And Vern is and Ernest is just like, Vern's my best friend. I love Vern. And then we see him just like destroy Vern
you
in
got
this
it. You
case.
you got it perfectly. I was always trying to figure out the difference between a Pee-wee and an Ernest. Pee-wee is like childhood insanity, not
Hmm.
insanity as in, but just like be weird, be crazy. It's awesome.
Hmm. Yeah.
Ernest is chaos.
Hmm.
Be chaotic. It's
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah.
What are they gonna fucking do?
Yeah.
Close the door on you?
Yeah.
Open it.
Yeah.
Ernest is
Yeah. Yeah.
chaos.
Exactly. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Like a perfect, there is not a moment where Ernest is not like being chaotic. He sneaks into, he gets a person in jail out of jail
Well, I
by
mean, even before we get to that, the way he's driving on in the very
in the
beginning,
taxi. Yeah.
yeah, get the guy to the airport. He's whipping it back and forth. Then he gets Santa Claus, and we see at the airport that he's already ruined three Asian guys' day by throwing their shit on the
The
floor.
guy in the back of the
Yeah,
seat was just
yeah.
like,
It's like
"Are we gonna
then
get you there, mister?"
but when they get him to when Ernest gets him to the airport, there's already three Asian guys with their shit all on the floor yelling. And then they chase him again because he did the exact same thing to the white guy that you can when the guy's sliding back and forth, you can
Yeah.
hear the track that he's sitting on. When he bangs into the wall, you can hear the metal track in the
Yeah.
that he's sitting on. But then he's running from these three Asian dudes and picks up Santa Claus, and then is driving backwards with Santa Claus in the car. Like he's doing insane things because in his mind they're not insane. There's a
No.
logical step. Like I need to get this plug out of this wall. Well, it's not coming. I need to keep pulling. Well, now it's pulling the wire. Well, let's just keep pulling the wire. Let's see
Yeah.
where
Um,
this goes.
I
Like
got to get the plug out. I got to get the
again,
plug
it's
out.
almost like a childlike thought process on things. Just keep tugging on the wire until you get where you need to be. If you got to drive backwards down the highway, drive backwards down the highway.
Right.
You got a customer in the back of your cab, who cares? Throw the tree in there too. Like it's just these childlike thought processes. And only childlike thought processes would be like, I'm going to, you know how we're going to get on the movie studio? I'm going to play Snake Wrangler.
Yeah.
That's
Oh,
insane.
yeah.
That's like Andy's character from Parks and Rec personified,
Yeah.
where he starts playing Burt Macklin, the FBI agent. Like he thinks that these childlike minds think like, I'm gonna throw somebody off with this. I'm going to be this person.
Yeah.
And then I'm gonna put on this moo and this fake pair of boobs and a neck brace, and I'm gonna play this old woman. Like it's just
Yeah.
it's
I
genius.
love that. Yeah. And like, just his like, there's probably a simpler way, you know. Oh,
Oh, for
hey, I
sure. Yeah.
heard you have my granddad locked up in the jail.
Yeah.
Oh, for trespassing, or loitering or whatever fucking you know. Okay, yeah, can he just be released into my custody? No, he's like, that sounds boring.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm gonna, fucking, or just like the chaos of the Christmas tree.
Yeah.
Like, I
Yeah.
smell them pines,
Yeah.
and then like one of them falls off, and he's just like, "We gotta get that."
Yeah.
It's just like,
I and the whole idea, like it's 1988. You can literally drive by that security guard onto the movie set going, and nothing's going to happen to you because there's no security and that guy's not real. There's no cameras. Like that guy doesn't carry a gun. Like you can like, but he goes to these like, I got a plan.
extremes.
I
Yeah,
have a plan.
I got a
I'm going to
plan, bro.
dress up like a snake wrangler and I'm going to spell snake with a backwards E somehow. Like that E had to be printed backwards because you can't just, I guess if it was upside down, sure. But like, it's just the silliness. Santa, you get in the back and play with a hose under a
Yeah,
tarp. Like,
rattle. There's a pause and snack
yeah,
and
yeah,
stuff. Like
yeah,
he does
yeah.
it perfectly and whatnot. Like and then that's another thing. Like in a movie, usually these plans should not work. Like there
They
should
always
be,
work.
but in Ernest's world, not only do they work flawlessly.
Well, I guess maybe technically the old woman didn't work because he goes, we got to go to plan B. And they all load up in there.
Yeah,
But
but
like nine times out of 10, his characters work. So it's just, I don't know.
his
I think,
chaos works.
yeah, but we could talk about Ernest all day and we will talk about more Ernest, even the bad ones eventually. Because Ernest goes to
You know what
Africa. You
Ernest
just,
movie we really need to watch? It's something crazy. It's his first like independent film. He's only in it as Dr. Otto von Stein or whatever, where he's
yeah.
got the hand on his head and whatnot. And it's fucking crazy.
Mhm.
And I love it. Like we were talking about fucking Night of the Comet.
Mhm.
And we were talking about that new wave movie making of
Mhm.
like, like the Pee-wee and like of just taking weird ass ideas and let's make a fucking movie out of it. And that movie is part of that new wave of movie making where I got this character where he's got a hand on top of his head and a laser beam and like,
Dr. Otto and the riddle of the gloom beam.
yeah.
Yeah.
And like in that movie, he has like a sidekick that's a trash can that like now and again has like a sad face and a frowny face and shit,
Yeah.
which
Yeah.
Ernest ends up putting in his Saturday morning cartoon anyway.
Yeah.
But that character is fucking great. And it's so like it's that 80s weird new wave
Hmm.
kind of like way of thinking. Like we can
Look,
film
this
anything.
Dr. Otto and the Riddle of the Gloom Beam was now when we say a lot of 80s movies were written on cocaine, this one was literally written by a person named Coke. So there you go. That's all you need to know about it.
Hey, and that's why it's fucking great. But anyway, Jacob, yes, let us
Yeah.
wrap us up with
Yeah.
a very Christmas time, heartfelt. Jacob, would you go see this in the theater?
Yeah, for sure.
Of course.
It,
I'd pay
it
the money. I'd get the bucket. I'd get,
almost, yeah, I definitely get the bucket. Almost any Ernest movie I would go see in theaters just so I could go see it in theaters.
right,
Like I did these movies I wasn't old enough to go to the theaters for, especially this one.
right.
So I would absolutely take a chance at this and, goes into the army, jail, and Ernest Scare Stupid.
Yeah, yeah. Uh, Jacob, do you own a physical copy of this movie?
Yeah, I do. It's
I
on
do as well.
VHS.
Jacob, would you say that this is a cult classic?
Yeah, I think it's safe to say all Jim Varney movies are cult
I
classics.
think so too. I think
I
when
mean, you can
people are
say, yo, you seen Ernest Scare Stupid? I think Ernest Scare Stupid and Ernest Save Christmas are the most popular ones by like if
Ernest
you
Goes to
say it,
Camp
if you say
is,
it, people will be like, yeah, no, I know.
yeah,
But it's because they're holiday themed. So
right, right.
that I think that the ones like camp, prison, army, those ones are lesser and more cult
Hmm.
because they don't have a holiday tied along to it. So yeah, I think that they're all cults, but
Yeah.
but
I think they're
yeah.
popular cult where like if you see like 100 movie stars on the red carpet, like, what's your favorite Christmas movie? And they're like, The Grinch, or,
Yeah.
this or that, and no, maybe one, maybe two will say, oh, Ernest Saves Christmas will be that top.
I bet you Brad Pitt would say
I
that.
bet Brad Pitt would.
He'd be
Timothy
like
Chalamet would,
Timothy
Ben
Lomain.
Stiller, maybe,
Yeah.
I think like I was